cheap games, check out g2a.com, link in the description. Well, hello there people from the internet. We're back with some more Battlefield 1, and today we're going to talk a little bit about dogfighting. Now, dogfighting can be really fun. The only problem is, a lot of the times, 8 out of 10 times, a lot of people tend to jump out. Now, I wish there was some sort of system in there that once you're disabled, it's going to sort of take you maybe a little bit longer for you to get out, you know, that sort of thing. Maybe just to make it a little bit more interesting, so you can't just bail out as soon as you did in Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, any of those. You know, you have the ejector seats. In this one, you don't actually have an ejector seat, so you sort of have to get out yourself. And I think just it made it a little bit harder for you to get out, maybe make the dogfighting just a little bit more interesting. I mean, you do have a tail gunner, you do have all sorts of different things to keep you alive out there. You just have to want it that bad, and then you should be able to stay alive, and you shouldn't be dying to especially a little plane that's hunting you down. Now, I grant you, they have been sort of changed a little bit. They've got 4% extra damage. They nerfed a little bit the tail gunner, 23 and 46%. That's to close and far ranges on the back gunner, so it's still giving you a bit more of a chance to get in and do a bit of dogfighting. I think the only problem that I really have at this stage is the rubber banding's basically been fixed. I've not seen any of that. You know, it's been pretty bad before where you see somebody crash, do 10 barrel rolls on the ground, and then all of a sudden he's back flying, shooting at you. So that was pretty bad, but they kind of managed to fix that. The only thing that I really see that they could maybe do something about it, if they could, and I don't think they could at this stage, it's sort of when you're disabled, and your vehicle's disabled, maybe you should do sort of an animation as you get in out, and that gives you an extra second or two, or maybe even 3, to try and sort of get him before he actually jumps out. Still, it's still rewarding to get behind him and just sort of roadkill him and wait for him to parachute down and then just get him as he's sort of gliding to the ground. It's still fun doing it that way, but I think it's going to be a little bit more rewarding, sort of getting him in the air, getting his vehicle and everything like that. So I think that'd be kind of cool. The flight controls are pretty cool. I have always used the mouse and keyboard, although I do have a joystick, and I ought to try that at some point. I know it's buried deep somewhere. I ought to give that a go and see how it feels like with a joystick. I used the joystick in Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. I didn't actually bother to use one. I used mouse and keyboard again. I'm using mouse and keyboard for this one, and mouse and keyboard for Battlefield Shitline. And I didn't really see the need to get a competitive edge to that sort of thing, so I just thought, nah, not really needed. But I might just want to try it just to see if you can do sort of tighter sort of turns, you know, do loops around people and things like that. It might help you sort of getting into it just a little bit better. And if you're flying, I mean, if you're sort of trying to get your wings right now, it's no better place for you to try and get in the air. You might get shot down a lot by good pilots, and there's going to be a lot of good pilots out there, but you're going to also have that big wave, you know, the Christmas nabs, as everybody calls them. There's going to be a lot of them that purchase the game at Christmas. They're just sort of looking into the game. They're not really a Battlefield fan. They're just something, okay, it's down in a sale, I'll just buy it. So it's going to be a good time for you to start flying, if flying something that you wanted to do, but you can't really get too much experience because you're getting shot down quickly by pro pilots. So now is a good time for you to get in there. Now, before we end the video, I mentioned a couple of weeks back that we're going to give some giveaways and we're going to give some games out to some people. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on my latest video, which was the Heroes and Generals Behind Enemy Lines, and the first comment below mine is Kerbo. Please, Mr. ShoSho, don't ever change. Glorious days as always. So there's a copy of Ark Survival Evolved there for you, sir. Just go ahead and message me. If we keep going down, we have Mr. Alucard 15423. That's good old show content that remind me so much of the glorious Battlefield 3 days. So go ahead and message me as well, sir. There's a copy of Ark Survival Evolved there for you as well. If we scroll down a little bit more, we have Mad Tom, hashtag 360 no scope shovel to the head tag something. So if Ark Survival's your thing, I have a copy of Ark Survival Scorched Earth DLC for you if you have that. That's going to be there for you. And then if we keep on going down the lines, we have another young squire. There's got a picture of a dog there, Mr. Gregorius77. Best ragdolls of any game ever. It even beats Bad Company 2. Great video, man. So there's a copy of Ark Scorched Earth Evolved there for you as well. So those are the 4 sort of games that I'm giving out today. I've got a couple of more that I mentioned them. I've got copies of Titanfall. I still have another copy of Battlefield. we'll do that hopefully as soon as the new year kicks in. That's pretty much it for me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Didn't do too bad there at the end, about 32-0, something like that. But I did take down 10 planes, so not too shabby. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.